So essentially, for this to work, you just have to memorize these rules. So we know that, so all you have to memorize is the first part of the unit circle. So we know that this is 0 degrees, which means it's 0 pi radians. And I believe it's 0, 1, 0, yeah, 1, 0, 0, okay. So that means that the tangent value would be 0, because tangent is x over y. So you increase in a multiple of 30, 15, 15, 30. So from 0 to this, you add 30 to get 30 degrees, add 15 to get 45 degrees, add 15 to get 60, add 30 to get 90. Then the sequence starts over. So then you add 30 again to get 120, add 15, 135, add 15 to get 50, yeah. Add 30, you get 180, so on and so forth. So 210. 225, 240, 270, 300, 315, 330, 360. Now, I'm not gonna write all the radians, but in order to find the radians, you just use the angle over 1 times pi over 180. So now to find these, you just have to remember, you just have to remember the initial values. So you just have to memorize for 30 degrees, the cosine, which is x, is square root of 3 over 2, and the y is 1 over 2, and the tangent is square root of 3 over 3. Then this is square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, which means the tangent value is 1. And then up here, you have, this reversed, so 1/2 and square root of 3 over 3, and the tangent value is square root of 3. And then here, these switch, so it becomes 0, 1, and that the tangent value for that is undefined. So getting over here, this is what's called a palindromic sequence. I think the most popular palindrome is the word race car, because if you spell race car backwards, you have R, A, C, E, C, A, R. A palindrome just means anything forwards is the same backwards. So all these just get written from top to bottom backwards. So 1/2 square root of 3 over 3, square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, square root of 3 over 2, 1 over 2, and these are palindromic as well, so you just square root of 3, 1, square root of 3 over 3. So now what you do is there's the positive to negative rule. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. So basically, from quadrant 1 to quadrant 2, first the x becomes negative, then the y becomes negative, then you make that positive, and then it goes back to the original, and it just loops again. So what I meant was, first you switch the sign of the x, then you switch the sign of the y. So this becomes negative 1 over 2, negative square root of 2 over 2, and negative 3 root 2 over 2. and that makes all of these tangent values negative. So once you have this, you can essentially just repeat everything down here. So rewrite the values from this time, from starting here, because it's palindrome, so it goes backwards. So negative 3 over 2, 1 over 2. Or no, not negative. Actually, never mind. Disregard the fact that it's a negative. Square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. 1 over 2, square root of 3 over 3. For the quadrant 3, everything is negative, because according to the positive to negative rule, quadrant 3 has a negative y and a negative x, which makes all the tangent values positive, just like quadrant 1. So this becomes square root of 3 over 3, square root of 1, no, just 1, and square root of 3. Here, oh, I forgot to do these. So here, this switches, so it goes, right, yeah, so it becomes 1, 0, except this time it's negative 1, but the tangent value is still 0. And then for this, it becomes 0, negative. Either way, it could be 1 or it could be negative 1, but it's still undefined. Then this repeats again, so negative 1 over 2, square root of 3 over 3. Oh, again, disregard that is negative. Negative 2 over 2, negative 2 over 2, negative square root of 3. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry, I did not mean to do negative again. So for this one, all of them become, all the y values are negative and all the x values are positive. So this makes the tangent values equal to quadrant 2. So this becomes square root of negative 3, this becomes negative 1, and that becomes negative square root of 3 over 3. So now you have the entire unit circle. Everything is, all you need is your radians. But to do that, you would just do, so like this would be pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2, and then you just keep using the formula from there. So like 120 over 1 times pi over 180, 120 pi over 180 would be Gertie's common factor would be 660. So 2 over 3 pi. So that'd be 2 pi over 3. And you just 2 pi over 3. So you just do that all the way around, and that is how you fill in the entire unit circle.